Let's jump right in, shall we? Today, we are unpacking a massive shift in how creators are actually capturing attention online. We're talking about why the traditional lead magnet, yeah, you know the one, is totally failing us right now. If you want a front row seat to the cutting edge of digital marketing, let's dive straight into this breakdown. Stop giving away dead PDFs. Seriously.
So are your PDFs just being ignored? Look, let's talk about the pure, unadulterated frustration of this. You know the drill. You spend days, maybe even weeks, putting together a genuinely useful guide. You upload it, you cross your fingers, and hey, you watch the opt-ins roll in. But then, absolute crickets. Total silence. Your beautifully designed PDF is basically just sitting in a digital graveyard on someone's crowded desktop. It's a brutal spot to be in, but trust me, you are absolutely not alone here.
Because here's the sad, harsh reality of the current digital landscape. Most people simply do not read PDFs anymore, period. When they're confronted with a giant wall of text, what do? They skim it, or they just abandon ship entirely. Heck, even passive videos are rarely finished these days. The traditional passive format is fundamentally broken for today's incredibly distracted consumer. The awesome material you're creating, it isn't landing, and it's simply because the vehicle delivering it is completely 100% out of date.
Right, so if the basic PDF is dead in the water, what on earth is the alternative? Usually, it's a super frustrating dilemma. On one hand, you have those simple PDFs that, as we just established, get totally ignored. On the other hand, you've got these massive learning management systems. You know the ones. Complex, bloated platforms with hefty monthly fees. They are total overkill when you really just want to offer a simple lead magnet. They're way too slow and way too expensive for providing that quick win your audience is desperately looking for.
Well, the breakthrough we're looking at today is a massive shift towards something called the interactive microcourse. It's a real game changer. Instead of static text, a microcourse is dynamic. Users literally tap their way through short, hyper-focused lessons, answering simple questions along the way. And what this does is create these powerful micro-commitments. It keeps their brains actively engaged so they actually reach the finish line. By the time they complete it, they've achieved that quick win, and naturally, they're sitting there wondering, okay, what's next?
Now, I know what you might be thinking. This sounds like a massive technical headache. But actually, scratch that. It's not. Tools like Microcourse Maker are using AI to completely demystify the whole process into just 3 simple steps. First, you just enter a rough idea. Second, you let the AI automatically structure that concept into bite-sized, logically flowing modules. And third, you just slap your call to action at the very end. Boom! It removes the technical barrier entirely, literally turning a blank screen into a ready-to-use lesson in a matter of minutes.
And the reason these courses actually work? They force active participation. The interactive tap-through design and those little optional quizzes turn passive reading into active thinking. And that builds incredible trust. Plus, you retain full control to edit or tweak sections whenever you need to. But critically, and this is absolutely huge, it's all built around a mobile-friendly design. Zero awkward zooming, zero pinching the screen. Because let's face it, mobile is where your audience is actually scrolling anyway, right?
The real-world feedback on this specific format is just fascinating. Take Kelvin, for example. Users like him are noting that because the interface is just so incredibly smooth, it naturally acts as a frictionless bridge. The transition from a free interactive lesson straight into a paid offer, it doesn't feel like a jarring gross sales pitch. Not at all. Instead, it feels like the completely logical next step at the end of a highly engaging learning experience.
And look, this isn't just about standing out or looking cool. It's about actual, measurable revenue. Other early testers like Val Wilson have reported that this format doesn't just delight their existing email lists, it actively drives affiliate sales right at the end of the course. Why? Simply because engagement is maintained all the way to the final pitch. The prospect is primed, they're engaged, and they're ready to take action instead of just clicking away halfway through page 2 of a boring PDF.
There's also a major disruption happening right now with how these tools are priced. Instead of bleeding you dry with endless monthly subscriptions, this uses a Bring Your Own Key, or BYOK model. It's brilliant. You just connect your personal OpenAI API key directly to the software. By doing this, you completely bypass the developer's markup and only pay OpenAI directly for the exact computational power you use to generate your specific course. To put that into perspective, because API usage is charged at wholesale rates, a tiny $5 credit loaded into an OpenAI account is enough to generate multiple microcourses. I mean, we're talking literally pennies per course. You absolutely don't need some expensive recurring monthly AI subscription. When a lead magnet costs you pocket change to generate without any recurring fees, man, that is incredible leverage for your business.
The investment options here really reflect a welcome shift toward ownership, rather than just renting software forever.
While the base version gives you the core AI generation and interactive setup for a one-time fee, the Pro version adds a built-in squeeze page generator and even downloadable PDF capabilities. It essentially takes a simple software tool and turns it into a standalone end-to-end lead generation system. You capture the lead, you provide the interactive experience, and you still give them a takeaway resource, the whole shebang.
But honestly, the absolute biggest takeaway here is freedom. Total freedom. Typical platforms trap your content behind their walled gardens, right? Meaning, if you ever stop paying that monthly fee, poof, your course vanishes. But here, the software outputs your microcourse as simple HTML files. You own them 100%. Host them yourself, use them as slick bonuses, or even sell them as private label rights products to others. You are completely, unquestionably in control of the digital assets you generate.
So it begs the question, is it finally time to stop giving away content nobody actually reads? We've seen today that passive PDFs simply do not hold attention anymore, while AI can instantly structure these dynamic, interactive experiences that secure continuous micro-commitments. If your ultimate goal is to efficiently guide a prospect from mild curiosity to a confident conversion, you have to meet them where their attention actually is. Thanks for diving into this breakdown with me today. It is definitely time to rethink what we offer and exactly how we offer it.